Thank you, David. We've talked about our vision to transform the planet, transforming people's bodies and transforming their lives. Our mission statement of the company is empowering human potential. Our business statement is financial independence, education and leadership development. So we've got a pretty profound package here to offer you folks. What I'd like to do is just have a few business testimonials, and then we're going to give you a few product testimonials. I have no idea what that means.
You asked us to do the stock option. It's $228,250 per day.
And we're taking donations as you leave.
Take your children, your puppies, and your
Thank you, Manfred. And folks, if you're new here or guest, feel free to roll out of that door, and the first person you know and meet, you can just say, well, I just spent, how long have we been here? Yeah. So, yeah, we're sitting on something big, and I would like to, just a couple of brief business testimonials, lifestyle testimonials. I'd like to welcome up Manfred, just very briefly to share his story. 80% leader, top leader in the company.
Very briefly is not my strength, but I'll do my best. I'm all about love, because my parents got divorced when I was 2 and I was looking for love. Why does love between men and women fail is my quest in life. And the other word is integrity. I grew up in Austria and I was looking for love, I was looking for integrity, and I couldn't find it, right? Like, so the Catholic priest had 3 kids with the cook and everybody knew it, but everybody pretended to not know it. And the policeman would drive drunk and fast through town at 2 in the morning and use the siren whenever he wanted to, and everybody knew he was drunk. And the people who told me not to smoke were smoking, and so on. It was just a continuum of people were making rules for me, but they weren't living up to them. So by the time I was 26, I had well and truly enough of that, and even though I had a very successful career as a classical musician, I was a conductor and a flautist. When I became a musician, I thought the only one free in the orchestra is the conductor, is the only one who can actually have a say. And when I was a conductor, I realized there were 6 rows of critics just waiting for me to make a mistake. And the people who were sitting on those seats were there because their father and their grandfather already sat in that seat, and the only people enjoying it were the stand guys in the standing room in the back, having a good time, enjoying the music. So I gave up. I thought, no, that's not the life I've come here to live. So I started traveling, got to the other side, exactly opposite side, from Austria to New Zealand, and found people that were having a good life. Their focus was health, wellness. They had light in their eyes that I hadn't seen in the people I was with in Austria, and I stayed. I never got back. I was on a journey around the world, stayed in New Zealand. And even then, it was still, I was looking for something that I couldn't really find outside. So I became a hermit. I lived in the forest in the South Island of New Zealand for 10 years, and realized that what I was, the authority, the false authority I was running away from, was planted well and truly inside of me. So I was still giving myself a hard time all day when I was by myself. So going through all that, I discovered the flaw, and I can't say this word with my accent, but it's F-L-A-W.
Wow.
Yeah. That when I say it, it sounds like the floor. Has anybody here not heard love your neighbor as you love yourself? Everybody heard that? Now, have the same people taught you how to love yourself?
No?
No. In fact, it's the worst thing to do. If I stood outside my church on Sunday morning with a sign around my neck saying I love myself, they would have put me away and I wouldn't be here. Right? So it's that bad. You should love your neighbor as you love yourself, but don't love yourself. And that's what I got to when I was by myself. You know, it's a luxury to have 2 years by yourself to actually find where love really resides, and it's not outside. So then after another 8 years with my partner, who was another hermit, I found a female hermit because in paradise by herself isn't quite it. So then she was 47, hormonally infertile all her life, but we've done all this health improvement, studying nutrition, gardening, growing food. And one day she thought she had early menopause. And it took about 3 months before that menopause was definitely moving. And then our life just shifted, because we were there for good. We were never going to come back out into the world. And so we had this little girl come to us. And the first 3 years was fine, but then the first thing she'd say in the morning is, where are we going today? Because she has Leo rising, she's a performer, she needs to have people. And we were hermits, so that didn't go well together. So that made me look at what do I want to do in the world. And every time my wife said, well, what do you want to do in the world? Because she's a teacher, I'm a teacher and a musician. And we could have gone back to the city life. And every time she asked me, what do you really want to do? I said, I want to talk about love. That's all I want to do. But what a silly thing to say when in the situation of how do we create money, and I said, I just want to talk about love. Well, who would come and who would pay? Now I travel the world, I talk about love, and nobody pays when they come in the door. Right? I manifested a company where the owner says what we do is love sharing. Right? And the whole company is all based, it's built on love, it's based on love, sharing the love. He says, if you love our products, share them with the people you love. If you don't like them, we give you the money back. 3 months money back guarantee. Nobody's in life was when they don't like it. Got 3 months to check it out, right? So I was sharing before that I'm making a lot of money now, but every cent that I get from this company comes from people who by their free will bought some products that have changed their life. There's lots of ways to make money, but money carries energy. So when you make money in an unethical way, you know you're unethical. If you make money in an illegal way, you know it's, you get the paranoia with it. So whatever you do for your money, the energy that created that money comes with that money. And I don't know a better way to make money than with Life Force. So I've been with Life Force for 15 years. My goal was, I didn't want to bring up my daughter, and like me with my single mother, every time I wanted something, I heard we can't afford this. All the kids from all the other musicians I knew heard that a lot. And my goal was, I never want to have to say we can't afford this. I want to say no for the right reason, not because we can't afford this. And I made the money fast because she grew up fast and I had to catch up. And people are saying, you wait when she's a teenager. Well, she's 17 now. She's never heard me say we can't afford this. I've taken her around the world 4 times. And we're having a great relationship because money was never an issue. Money really can set you free if it's coming in the right way. So that's my short story.
Thank you, Manfred, and thank you for thinking of me. That was so funny. Ring, ring, 14 years ago. Hey, found this thing, and Michael and Chris are involved, and we're just going to do this. And he said, I think something like that. Are you interested? I said, yeah, because we're close buddies. And then he said, great, have you got your credit card? I said, yeah, and I just gave it. That's how I joined. And I've never, ever regretted that at all. So thank you.
He was the only person I knew who had a credit card.
I call it providence. So yeah, let's move on. Thank you. Let's move on. Now, you've heard about this incredible metabolic boosting, fat burning program, which isn't a diet, and it really works. And I'm going to invite out a couple of ladies that just got really amazing testimonies around this product. Firstly, I'd like to welcome up Cindy, who's been on the product. She'll share her story. Give Cindy a warm welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Cliff. So I had the amazing fortune of being chosen as a beta tester for this program last fall. And I was 56 at the time, and I was just resigned that I would ever like be my normal weight again. I was 20 pounds overweight, and I would try so hard at times to lose weight, you know, eat the right things, try to exercise, and after like a month I would lose 5 pounds. So I made up, it's just not worth it, right? I'm just gonna be fluffy for the rest of my life. So along comes the program, and I was chosen, and I did it with my husband as well, and I couldn't believe it. It was, and by the way, I really like the taste of the metabolism booster. It's raspberry. I mean, who does, I mean, David obviously likes raspberry. But yeah, so my husband and I follow the program pretty closely. It comes with recipes, meal suggestions, which you can choose to follow. You don't have to follow. We've had amazing results without following that. We chose to, you know, follow the suggested meal plan pretty closely, and the weight just started falling off. I felt better, and in 4 months I lost 23 pounds.
Yeah.
My goal was 20 pounds, so I went to 23, and it was so fun because, like David said, he's, you know, needs new clothes. That's the downside to this program. You need new clothes. So I went from a size 12 to a 6. Wow. These are Old Navy. They're called super skinny jeans. I have the label on my bulletin board. Yeah, so it's just, so I know that I have been given years to my life, right? The amount that you lose inch-wise is unlike I've ever seen. Years and years ago, I lost 30 pounds with the South Beach diet. That was so controversial, and I didn't feel good, you know, like that was awful. I didn't lose near the inches that I lost with this. So I'm just so grateful for Life Force because I was chosen as a beta. Now as maintenance, I just take the 1 B-lean a day, and I'm going to do the cleanse every once in a while. It's meant to be done once a week while you're on the program. It's very gentle.
Once a month.
I'm sorry.
4 a week.
Yes, 4 a week, once a month while you're on the program. Thank you. and I have the shakes every once in a while because I love them. They're yummy. You know, like it's part of my routine now, and I'm able to eat just about anything I want. So I'm just so grateful because I know that I'm going to live longer. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy, and just thinking, what?
I think it's more. I know what you're doing. I think it's more.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
Angel's put the right amount here. This is roughly 5 pounds.
Visceral fat.
Visceral fat, toxic, nasty, goopy, highly inflammatory, just downright nasty. Visceral fat, and she lost 4 times this. Shed it from her body.
Wow.
Hallelujah.
So, who do you know out there that, you know, we're literally saving people's lives here, folks. This isn't a, you know, it's fun what we do, but there's some serious parts to this. And I would like to welcome up Joanne to share your Be New story. Welcome up, Joanne.
My name's Joanne Folkstead, and I also was wonderfully blessed to be on the beta test, and my husband and my daughter also. And I was very excited because 3 years ago I had to have an emergency hysterectomy, and so really threw my body into some crazy stuff. And actually, before that I had started gaining weight. I didn't grow up with a weight issue. I was very skinny actually growing up and never really had a problem. Lost the weight pretty easy after my kids. But I noticed the last 5, probably 6 years, just getting a little bit bigger around the middle, and it's kind of sneaky. You know, you don't notice it. It's not overnight. It just sneaks up, and I realized that, wow, when I finally and I changed my eating habits. We started juicing. I mean, we were doing stuff, and the weight was not coming off. And I camouflage really well. Most people don't realize I weighed as much as I did because I carried it pretty well. And they were like, oh, you weighed that much? I can't believe it. But, you know, like I said, we know how to camouflage. So got on the beta test group, and I was really hoping, because I had tried things, you know, I didn't know if it was going to work, but I love this company, and I believe in them, and so I was excited. We started trying it. Of course, my husband and daughter, they had results right away. Everyone was talking about the energy, and I didn't feel it, and I was a little bummed. 2 weeks into it, and I didn't give up because I knew my body didn't get this way overnight, so I knew it was maybe taking a little bit longer. 2 weeks. This is my happy powder. I'm telling you, this changed how I thought. It changed everything. I was taking a couple naps a day, literally. I was exhausted. And that's the real reason I wanted to do this, because everyone was talking about the energy. And it actually added hours to my day. So I started feeling it. I still need to lose some more. It's taking me a little bit longer than some people because everyone is different, but it's coming off. I lost 7.5 inches off my waist in a very short period of time. What, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, something like that. I've lost only 16 pounds, but I'll tell you what, 16 pounds is amazing. I was in my closet one night trying on clothes that I hadn't worn for a long time, and I love clothes. I love vintage clothes, and I hadn't been able to wear some of my stuff, and he was in the kitchen cooking, and I'd come out, like, look, honey, look at this, isn't it cute? You know, I mean, I was just like a kid in a candy store. I was so excited. and of course he said yes, because he's a smart man. And so one day he comes home, and our normal routine was, you know, we make dinner, we sit on the couch, and because you're just tired from your day. He came home one day, and I had a little duffel bag packed, and I said, we're going to the rec center. And he's like, we are? I said, yeah, because I had so much energy, and he was feeling more energy. And when you have the energy, you can't sit on the couch, because you're just kind of like, oh man, I should be doing something, you know, when you feel good. And we went, and it was wonderful. And it really has been the easiest thing. Now, I love it all. I still do this because I'm not really a big eater. I've never been a big eater. And so this is a wonderful way for me to have some breakfast that I love. I put spinach in it and lots of yummy things. But I have to say, this has really changed my life. It's changed my husband's life. It's changed my daughter's life. We have quite a few people on the program that I coach, and it's changed their lives. And that's really what it's about, is helping people. And I love this company, and I was so excited for this. And it is proven to be even beyond a weight loss. I mean, the people that I have on it are noticing health changes in their life beyond weight loss, beyond the weight loss. And that is powerful. And like, I agree with Dave, this is the game changer right here. This is a beautiful product, and I will never be without this. I really don't. I love my body balance, don't get me wrong. But this was and is amazing in my life, and I love it. So.
If I may, I have some pictures of your husband and your daughter. I have some of those, so if people want to check this out later, you can come and
Thanks,
look at my
Shelley.
little book.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, what we're going to do is have a brief break. We're going to sample and provide, yes, Jim?
Yes.
Some body balance for those who haven't tried it. If you want to try a little, is that right? And maybe whoever invited anyone, you might have a Be Lean or something like that. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, is that okay? 5 minutes or? Maybe?
6.
6. 6 minute break, folks. Mix and mingle. But what I'm going to invite is that if there was anyone who came here, if there was anyone who came here that just had product interest, feel free to go after that. But what we are going to do when we come back after the break is we've shared with you this incredible business opportunity, life-changing opportunity, and we're going to take you through a fun exercise to help you see the potential, to help you see if this is something that you could do, not just for yourself, but for all the people that you know. And not only that, we'll also show you how you can actually get these products for free for life. Wouldn't that be good? So, let's break, let's down some product, and we'll see you shortly.
Haven't seen the best one. Oh my gosh, Estes Park, we were at almost a week of it. Estes, David and whatnot, talked about lab. I mean, seriously, we had so much fun. And it's work. I mean, and that's our work. That's our business. And it's trying to be glad at work when it's well, that's because the people you work with aren't very because they don't get it. They're just so I got it. Yes, I just have to do my film. What do you guys think?
You are the bomb. You be mine, I do the same
I do, and I have to go. And then I'll do my text overnight.
How much I got 4 basically in the box, not even that's the one you have touched on. You touch with her much?
What?
And you touch with her much?
Sorry.
He's got Facebook. He does.
Wizards are
Done.
Right.
We're the wizards. You guys are the wizards.
No, we're the clones.
You clones.
I'm
wizards.
both, but he's the but we're playing in Winter on 4th of July. Outer July. And we were playing the party in July 25th. And I can let you know.
Better be. You just invited 20 guests.
I'm invited.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's.
Yeah, we could. There we go. We've got the circle.
You guys are enjoying the tire ride.
But I didn't know. Well, I saw his wildlife lessons. So you knew. I knew he was from there. When did you guys see him? There's not that many of us. No, there was 65 in my class. You gave him my metabolism booster?
You're making a trade.
They didn't give me contraception. They're going to keep the money out of it and play for the police.
Good man, good man. The good thing is, you know, I have a. Well, you know, this stuff is bad news. I don't want to die before my time. I just found it's pretty bad. It makes you
Thanks, Mr. Ed, I appreciate it. I'll go over with you what you're about to do. It's very let's find some time to do it.
I don't see, we don't see it in our house.
Say hi to Ed. No, it's a compressor.
Yeah, the year before, and Sunshine Year. We didn't live there. We lived at the bottom of Left Hand and we lived in one of the buildings.
Mike is interested. Mike is interested. Yeah, no, this is okay.
See you later, Chip. Nice to meet you. I used to have salons in Indiana. The salon on the outside, that used to be mine for 10 years. And so I sold it to my sister. And I was running it out. I wanted to share it. She was satisfied. I mean, I took before I did it to savory. And she took us here. And she was I remember sad whole career. Yes. I decided that I'm not going to do it.
And it would work.
And I love reminders because of how I do the PowerPoints that are in the resources. And so I believe it is. It makes a strong plan. And you can slide in there on, just like it on track. Yeah, and then you can add to about. So what you're doing, especially Oh, I did that too. I did it in Montana, for instance, and I did wow. That's a lot. I did that. 4 months. Nice. One like that. No, but see, I did that here with and I did they say about $6. I can't. It's one of those things that's really hard to let go of. Did you find that? Real estate? Twice as yeah, I'm inactive. But economically, probably. Yeah, but I wouldn't force it. This one is if you're not making money. And that's what it did to me. I know that you're making money. Because it's not 9 shift cash, 16. Let's keep trying to go. This is the only thing that's how they just the 9 right there. That's what your kid says. So when you're nice, yeah. Like when you call to get your credit card, make it clear. That's always good.
Yeah, we're just going
I slept out under the moon and everything.
We don't recommend everyone buy spot. But we don't like. And you're not going to get results. Well, you're going to think the product sucks, right? So now what we're saying is like, let's get advice.
Probably true, you know, I mean, yes, party and stuff, but it's like,
They look like they were
Or your husband and wife do something, and they said, let's take an anniversary for our friends, or whatever they wanted to do.
I'm not going to suggest that. You saw tonight's movie. Did you really like your
No, I was saying today.
I just missed Estes part, but I bought it $500. Nobody left. Nobody left. But I was really.
Piece of paper. Can you get on the phone and say, yeah, right. So,
What do you invest in that you have guaranteed?
Announced also that
there's no reason why
I don't can do this without purchasing.
the way you know.
Well, you know, we have
You started today.
Okay, folks. Thank you. Jim.
She's still ready for
That's what I wanted to share. That's what.
I remember because I did 20 years
She's like,
Okay, folks, things together. We're just going to go through a fun exercise, and for a guest in particular, it's you get to take this with you. It's not a test. It's fun, and
let me say it now.